You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. Half of my niggas to the beat. Under commanding general. Half of my niggas to the be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my hockin' gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life for let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
We're gonna go ahead and clap it up. You don't know. Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. All right. This is ISUPK Austin, Tuesday Brotherhood class. All right. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. Okay. Brotherhood and sisterhood is the weapon that we are going to have to use to rise up out of the conditions that we are in. See, we have been at the bottom, right, for so long that we don't understand who we are. And we believe what we are taught by our oppressor, that we are just a low people, you know, a people with no sense, a people with no integrity, right? And we have been made to be like that, right? We have been tricked and confused and cultured into a culture that really isn't ours. See, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were really a people of honor, a people of dignity, right? A people of respect. But we have made ourselves we have been brought down low, right? We have been brought down to a low estate. Okay? It's February, so you know we're going to talk about Black history. This is Black History Month. So I want to show you some of the things that have happened to us in history. This is important, you see, because everybody wants to forget our history. You want to forget the things that happened to you. And that's because of Christianity. Because of Christianity, you forget anything that happens to you. You let it go. You turn the other cheek. You're so forgiving, right? You want to forgive every damn thing. Okay? So I got a few things I'm gonna pull. Of course, we're gonna get into some scriptures. Let me find what I need. Um, bear with me 1 second. Find this. I hope I got it in here. If not, we still gonna make it happen. All right, there it is. Okay. So we got to understand we have been brought to a lower state because we didn't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, right? And now there is a people that has been put over us, right? And these people that are over us, the things that they do to us are terrible and horrible. And you should never forget. They don't let you forget anything that happens to them. You're not allowed to forget anything that has happened to America. You're not allowed to forget the crimes that their enemies commit against them. You remember these days. You're going to remember the 4th of July. You're going to remember 9/11. You're going to remember Pearl Harbor. You remember all of these things, right? Well, there's some other things that you should remember. There's some things you should remember because they happened to your people. Okay? We got to stop being so quick to forget when nobody else is allowed to forget. Do you know that a Jewish man won't even ride in a Mercedes? A Jewish man won't even ride in a Mercedes. Okay? Because it's a German car. And you want to make marriages. You want to make marriages with them and be so close and love is love. No, it's not. Matter of fact, I don't know if I got that in the lesson, but I'm gonna get that right now. Pull this Bible up. Let's see which one they got here. Well, I'll let you what we got. Let me share my screen. Because everybody else, they're not so quick to forget the crimes that happened to them as we are. We're so quick to forget. It's not a big deal to us. So as we forgive, because we're so Christian, we just want to forgive and love everybody but your own people. Let's see what the Bible says. Go to Deuteronomy 7. And I might start at 1. I'm sorry, on TikTok, y'all can't see this, but y'all can bear with me. All right, let's see. We'll just start at 1. All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou go to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Pezerites, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt not make no covenant with them, no sure mercy unto them. Just like you don't get any mercy, you don't get any relief. ISIS all over, kicking everybody out, right? The oppressor, the police, they out there doing all kind of manner of evil. And they want to say that you're the animal. They want to say that you're the criminal. That's the history we have been given because we are the sheep of the Lord, the flock of the Lord, surrounded by beasts of the field. And we should not make a covenant with them, nor show any mercy. Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter shalt thou not give into his son, nor his daughter shall you take into thy son. Okay? So you ain't out here supposed to just be making marriages with anybody. But that's what we do because we so loving and so forgiving. And this is why you can't do it. Okay? Verse 4. For they will turn away. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. That's what we want to do. That's what we serve. We serve that lust of the flesh that makes you want to go out and take somebody from another nation when the Lord is telling you you're not supposed to do that. Okay? Verse 5. Hold on, let me go over here. Let me check and see my screen we are. Most High in Christ. The block going down.
Shalom, y'all stop.
Shalom, y'all stop. Yeah, I'm over here on this see me on this 1611 Bible, boy. All right, I'm gonna pick it back up in verse 5.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 5. But this shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and bring down their graven images. And bring down their images and cut down their groves and burn down their graven images with fire.
You see, this is what we're supposed to be doing. Not serving some God that tells you that, oh, God loves everybody. Well, if God loves everybody, and America is a Christian nation, why don't the oppressors love us? Why can't we get no love? Right? They said they went, why can't we get no love? If you a Christian and I'm a Christian, why don't I receive the love of a Christian? Why don't I receive that love that you claim that is there? That's because there is no love there. That's why you should never deal with them, right? Because it says it's going to make you serve other gods. And it'll make you forget your God. You're going to turn your heart. It'll turn your heart away from following the Most High. Because you'll start making exceptions. You'll make exceptions because, the love of your life. The love of your life is, an oppressor. You go over there and be humiliated by the family every Thanksgiving, every holiday. But you'll make an exception that you wouldn't make for your own people. That's why it says this is how you're going to deal with them. You're going to destroy their altars. You're going to break down their images, cut their groves, and burn everything with fire. Continue reading. I don't know if you're there, but verse 6, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that's on the face of the earth. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are supposed to be above all people on the face of the earth, but we are below because we keep getting taught things that's supposed to bring us closer and make us one with the other nations, but they're not living by the same merit that they want you to live by. They have rules for you. You don't have any rules for them. Any one of them is good to you. Any one of them could come in. All right, let me drop this. And let me see which one of these I want first. Oh yeah. Close. All right. All right, I'm gonna get this first right here real quick. Let me share my
Salakia
screen.
everyone.
Go ahead.
Shalom on Christ. I'm here.
All right, no sweat. I don't see no pictures, man. Here, let me turn my camera back on. I don't know I don't know what happened. I don't know. Everybody camera. Y'all cameras off too. Y'all might have to turn y'all joints back on if y'all had it on. All right. Let me share my screen. Go through some of this, right? Good brother right there. Look at the towns in the background burning, right? This is American history. This is black history. I wish I could see this on. Hold on. Bear with me. No sweat. I had it right there. I had it right where I needed it. Okay. I had to plug. All right. Let's get it. This is 14 black towns that thrived after slavery, then were burned to the ground. All right. After the Civil War, formerly enslaved black Americans founded prosperous towns across the United States. These communities became beacons of hope, economic opportunity, and cultural pride at a time when racism was rampant. Through hard work and unity, black residents built thriving businesses, schools, churches, demonstrating remarkable self determination. Yet prosperity often attracted hostility. Many of these towns face violent attacks, arson, and massacres from resentful neighbors determined to erase their achievements. This article uncovers 14 such towns, places where success was met with brutality, but whose stories still inspire resilience and remembrance. All right? So it says, when we're left alone and nobody's bothering us and oppressing us, our communities become beacons of hope, economy, opportunity, and cultural pride, right? So through that, we built our residents built thriving businesses, schools, and churches, right? But that prosperity, it attracted hostility. It said from it says where's it say that at? Yeah. And then that's when we had to face many of these towns faced violent attacks, arson, and massacres from resentful neighbors determined to erase their achievements. That's heavy. We're going to get more into that. All right. Look, every week for Black History Month, I'm going to teach something about Black history every Tuesday. Okay. So we're gonna teach on some of these achievements, and you're gonna see that they're trying to erase a lot of things that we do in history. Right? Hell no. Redneck Amish, whoever you is not getting on my live. This live is for learning, not for you to come in and talk. All right,
It's
let's
like
get it.
the other one. We got a scoffer.
Yeah, I seen him in there. Yeah, I see him. He's yeah. He got Caesar Borgia as his profile picture.
Come. It's like the
Good
other
night.
one. He said
Yeah,
because you're a devil. He called you a devil.
yeah.
That's
Good
funny.
night. That's hilarious. All right. Let's see what the real devil does to the children of God. 1, Greenwood District, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right? Tulsa dead, total 85. It says 9 of them whites. Fighting resumed, although the city is declared under martial law. State troopers fire upon, one report says. Scores injured in rioting. List of fatalities grow all day. 10 blocks of Negro homes destroyed. Thousands of color folk under guard. Right? All right, now let's read this. The Greenwood District, famously dubbed Black Wall Street, was a flourishing center of black entrepreneurship in the early 20th century. Tulsa residents built a thriving economy with banks, hotels, shops, and entertainment venues. In 1921, envy and radical tension ignited the Tulsa Race Massacre. White men mobs attacked. Hey, what's that dude's name on there with the Caesar Borgia? Y'all gonna
Okay. James Lewis.
James Lewis. This is the devil right here. White men, white mobs attacked, looted, and set fire to community. The devastation was staggering. More than 1,000 homes and businesses were destroyed, and countless lives were lost and shattered. The district's legacy remains a powerful symbol of black achievement and the violence it endured. You see, that's the devil because of jealousy. Because while we were 40 years out of the torment of slavery, right, or whatever, we coming up out of there and we are striving. And you know what? They're going through a Great Depression. And through that Great Depression, they got mad, so they wanted to take some planes. They want to put some bombs on them, and they want to destroy our city because when we're left alone, that's what we do. We strive. Y'all say if y'all leave us alone, it's just going to be a war zone. That's what you think. But if you leave us alone, we can clean up. We can't clean up our communities because y'all are in them. Y'all are in them, dropping off your duffel bags full of guns, bringing your drugs. Y'all gonna Tamakia, do you know one nigga that knows how to turn a coca leaf into cocaine? Have you ever seen it done, or do you just see cocaine? It's already ready. We're not doing that. All right, let's go to number 2. Rosewood, Florida. Rosewood, Florida once prospered as a close-knit black community with churches, schools, and successful businesses. In January 1923, a white mob descended on the town after false accusations against a black resident. The violence was swift and merciless. Homes and churches were torched, residents were attacked, and dozens were killed or forced to flee. The entire town was left in ruins. Its story is hidden from mainstream history for decades. The Rosewood tragedy only gained widespread recognition generations later. And you know what's so heavy about it? What's so heavy about all of this? You see, it said their violence was swift and merciless. And we were attacked. And it's always by some white mob. Right? These were great cities. And when I show you, when I go to what I'm going to go to next, and I show you these communities and who dominates them now, you're going to see that these black communities in 2026, not black communities. And it's from what stemmed back here in 1921, 1919, 1918, all these things. Okay. Elaine, Arkansas. In 1919, black sharecroppers in Elaine, Arkansas organized and demanded fair wages, sparking a violent backlash from white landowners and mobs. This ensuing massacre resulted in deaths of estimated 100 to 237 black residents, with homes and properties destroyed in chaos. The violence decimated the local black community, sending shockwaves through the region and leaving a legacy of trauma. The tragedy of Elaine remains one of the deadliest racial conflicts in U.S. history. You see, there's a lot of us being unalived during these tragedies. These are tragedies. This is black history. This is black history with the people you want to call your brother today. Good night. Look at this. They got a whole thing right here. This happened on election day. On election day in 1920, I don't really not know how to say that. O'Keys, I guess black residents face brutal violence when they try to exercise their right to vote. White mobs retaliated by burning black homes, churches, and businesses, forcing survivors to flee for their lives. Do you see how these things repeat themselves? It's repeating. Their offenses is just never ending. Somebody give me perpetual hatred. The devastation effectively erased Oseo's black community, and the town remained nearly white for generations. The Okio, I don't know how to say that, Salakia massacre stands in a chilling reminder of the fight for voting rights and the consequences of racial hatred. So this town in Florida, this city, they had to flee for their lives because they wanted to vote. That's why we tell you, don't even waste your time voting. Your vote doesn't count. It doesn't matter. So why are black people? You should probably stop voting because all this, we had to have our homes, our churches, our businesses, and we were forced to flee just to survive because we wanted to vote. Somebody got that? The what I asked for?
Con, Adam, con.
Yeah, anybody who got it, read it, and we'll go to East St. Louis.
Con, Adam, con. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
As what?
Had a perpetual hatred.
See, your oppressor has a perpetual hatred. The way he hates you all the way back since forever, since the womb, since Jacob and Esau, since all the way back there, you have been hated. It is perpetual. It is continuous. This is a perpetual hatred. And they show this by their actions. By the actions for what still happens in America today. The unjust that still happens today. That's how we know that hatred is perpetual. Continue reading.
And has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
And the blood that he sheds, it's the blood of the children of Israel. That's why he came over here and he made 177 treaties with the Native Indians and didn't keep not one. So he came over here and in the so-called blacks, he enslaved and massacred. That's why still to today, he's using his military force that he deemed ICE to go out there and do all manner of illegal things. They snatching up people from Minnesota and just sending them here to Texas. And they was already told, the judge already told them, don't take that first grader and that fifth grader. You know what they did anyway? They taking them, they getting them out quick, and they dropping them off here. They just trying to get them out, and they're not going to be able to tell. The quicker they move them out, the slicker they can do it, because they don't have to play by any rules. Continue reading.
By the force of the sword, in the time
By
of their
the
calamity,
what?
by the force of the sword.
Force of the sword. Ain't they shoving that gun in your face? Ain't they jumping out on you with their rifles? And they're forcing you into a car, and then forcing you into a detention center, and then forcing you into some country that isn't even yours. I know people here that are facing deportation, not doing any crimes, and they've been here since second grade. And Trump also said something that was real heavy for all the so-called blacks who don't give a damn about what's happening to the Hispanics, to our Hispanic brothers and sisters. He said there's some people who've been here a long time. We're going to get them out too. So all y'all with the payday loans that you owe and a car note that you owe or some hospital bill, don't think your oppressor won't weaponize that to make you a criminal and make you be able to get the hell up out of here too. It all ties in together. You can go ahead and finish up that scripture.
In the time of their calamity, in the time of their iniquity had an end.
You see, they do this even in our time of troubles. It still are so oppressive. All right, let's get back to this article. East St. Louis, Illinois. I don't even know what the hell that means, Yaganan. I guess St. because I think St. Louis is big enough to. Is it big enough to be in Illinois and Missouri?
Come.
Because I know Kansas is in Missouri and Kansas, so okay, Kansas City is. All right. In July 1917, East St. Louis erupted in violence as white mobs targeted black residents amid rising racial and labor tension. The riot led to the death of at least 40 black residents, though estimates are higher, and destruction of hundreds of homes and businesses. The devastation shattered communities' sense of security and prosperity, leaving many families homeless and traumatized. See, this is what the oppressor does not understand, that all the things that he has done to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, everything that he has done to us, it is traumatizing. It's traumatizing. You have to have PSTD because dealing with these oppressors. I don't care how legal you are. You could have not a drug, not taking a drink, have license, insurance, and registration. And when you see those lights behind you, you get scared. You know what your oppressor does when those lights get behind him? He don't have nothing. He's high on cocaine. He's drank a whole bottle. He just beat up his wife. And he's out there swerving through the lanes. And the police get behind him. And you know what he's going to do as soon as that policeman get up to his car window? He's going to cuss him out.
Come.
You are perfectly legal and you're scared as hell because you know you can be unalived for having all the proper things. Philando Castile, he got pulled over in the passenger seat, and he told that cop, I have a weapon, I have my license, and I took a class on how to deal with police if I ever get pulled over with my weapon and with my license and all that. So that police told him to get his license. When he reached and grabbed his license, that police shot him. And now I done seen our oppressor run down the police, chasing them with a knife. The police got the gun in his hand, backing up. Yaganan.
Con.
But you can't even pull out the identification that you were told to pull out because it's not safe. And that's what they don't understand is that we are traumatized. All right. I'm going to continue. The East St. Louis massacre stands as a stark example of how Black economic progress was met with organized, deadly resistance. So when Black people, when we go the economic way and we're real organized, that's when they want to stop you. That's when they're scared.
Con.
They're not scared when you're organized at a Sexy Red concert. Think they give a damn that you're the best backwood roller? Do you think they care that you're the best twerker? No. They care that you're sitting here listening to a priest and prophet in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. This is what scares them. Everybody on these lives, on my TikTok, on our StreamYard, this is what's scary to them. You learning everything that they do to you. That's scary, Yagana. I pray y'all understand. Let's get this. Solo. Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, man, what you saying is so heavy because we in February, where they say this is the only month that so-called Black people have Black history. So every other month is the oppressor's history, right?
Right.
You feel me? Good. Nah, they definitely had that perpetual hatred, and these articles is heavy, sluggy.
They get that brother a hand. Let me.
Con. That's heavy out of the water.
That's exactly what it is. It's exactly what it is. And they play on our heartstrings. They play on our emotion. They know that we are a meek people, a caring people. That's why no matter how rugged, man, I'm talking about gangster, unalivers. I know unalivers that will let a door slam in their brother's face. But let an oppressor be walking about. They'll throw they back out of place to make sure that door is held for them. Oh, well, yes, sir. Because their perpetual hatred has caused you to have a perpetual love for them. So while they have a perpetual hatred for you, you have a perpetual love. And so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we give everything to them. We give our all. We give our heart, our mind, our soul. And we let them control everything that we are. All right, let me go back. All right. Slocum, Texas. 8 Negroes killed by whites. Race war in Slocum, Texas. All saloons closed. Hey, damn, Tamakia. They said all saloons. Hey. You know, that's the Wild Wild West right there, boy.
Right.
They said all saloons, right? Hey, closed and state troops marched at the scene. All right, let's see. Let's see what it says right there. Is it going to say that down here? Let me see what this says. Oh, no, but I'm going to read the newspaper clipping. All right, Palestine, Texas. July 30, at least 8 Negroes were killed in a racial clash with extreme eastern section of the Anderson County last night and today. Accumulation of the amity between the races brewing for several weeks. Less conservative reports place the total fatalities at between 30 and 40. So why the hell does it say 8? Why the hell is it biggest day? 8 Negroes killed by whites. And down here it said between 30 and 40. It said fatalities, right? Fatalities is killed, unalive, right? It was also reported that several white men were either killed or wounded. Yeah, sure. Some of us, I'm sure there's a few Damakias out there, a few Yaganans out there who got them some. But out of 30 or 40, it wasn't just 8 of us. Or it wouldn't be a massacre on our town, on our city. Right? It says, but all rumors as casualties among the white men have met an authoritative denial. All right, now let me. Oakland massacre in 1910 saw white mobs descend on black communities in Oakland, Texas, killing at least 60 black residents and destroying their homes, businesses, and livelihoods. In the aftermath, survivors fled, and once the surviving settlement was effectively wiped off the map. Let me finish this out, then I'll break it down. For decades, the tragedy was largely omitted. That means not recognized from local histories. Its memory preserved mainly through oral accounts. So they omitted this history. And this is what I wanted you to know. When it says, once a thriving settlement was effectively wiped off of the map. But when you go up to the top of the article, it says 8 Negroes killed. How the hell is a whole community wiped off the map if only 8 Negroes were killed? That's how they omit the truth. Because they don't want to tell the truth ever. Wilmington, North Carolina. Let's get it. Wilmington, North Carolina stood out as a thriving majority black city with black elected officials and successful black-owned businesses. In the late 19th century, in 1898, white supremacists orchestrated a violent co-op, forcibly removing black leaders from office and setting fire to homes, businesses in a coordinated attack. This event was known as the Wilmington Insurrection. Damn. Is recognized as the only successful co-op attempt in U.S. history, fundamentally altering the city's powerful structure and erasing much of its black prosperity. I mean, how much do you need to be convinced that there is a perpetual hatred against you? How much do you need to be convinced? And they're telling you that God loves everybody. I'm out here slipping. Hold on. Let me get damn, what's the scripture that I wanted with this? If y'all got one, if y'all got a pre pull it.
Shit, I gotta look for it.
Just pull something. You know what I mean?
It's like if I may.
Yeah, go ahead. I want to light my ears. Go ahead.
I no sweat. Now it's crazy too how we got the shortest day of the month. 28 days, and then right after that, you gotta wear green for St. Patrick's Day. You gotta follow their St. Patrick's Day and all the other pagan days. So it's so unaccustomed to be to their custom. You know what I mean? That's why it's so important for us to separate. Because if we don't separate, we're gonna be confused in their type of lust. You know, they
Salaki,
like
you such a priest. Hold on, Salaki, you such a priest. Before you
cuz,
continue, that's what I need. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10.
cuz,
Go ahead, Salaki, continue.
nah, it's just we get lynched, you know what I mean? With what's some of the stuff that they got in the prison systems? The electrical chair, you know what I mean? And all they type of lust we involved in because we too focused on their culture and their customs. You know what I mean? It's just so important that we understand that not only this month is Black History Month. I don't know how many times I can keep reminding our people. You know what I mean? Like every day should be your high holy day. You understand? ISUBK Monday through Monday, we teach in class to help you remember who your forefathers are and how far we came.
That's right.
You understand? But look at it on the other side, how far we have separated from being the nation of Israel, or how far we separated from having true brotherhood and sisterhood. And you know, the more we separated, the more they're gonna keep dividing us. Like it.
Most High in Christ. Yeah, you damn right. Give me Lamentations 4 and 18. That's where I'm going.
I knew I would say something to spark this
Yeah,
precept.
yeah, you gonna spark something, man. I ain't even get to open my lesson yet. Y'all,
Shit. You want 4 and 16?
I think it's 4 and 18.
18.
I want they Hunter.
You got to add them on, or
Yeah, I got you. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps.
Do what?
They hunt our steps.
You see, that's why you keep seeing this recurring thing, this recurring event, where it keeps saying that white mobs, right? It said it attacked their businesses, right? Forcibly removing black leaders from office, setting fires to their homes and businesses and churches and everything to the community. Read that again from the top.
They hunt our steps.
You see, they hunt our steps. They are hunting our steps continuously. Continue reading.
That we cannot go in our streets.
You see, hey, right now, our Hispanic brothers and sisters, when they open up their store, they gotta keep that gate. You know that gate that they put when you close the store? That gate is up right now. That gate is up right now because they can't sell tacos and be safe without having a gate in front of them because they hunt our steps. Read that again from the top, Salaki.
They hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near.
Yeah, our end is near. We can't go into our street. Because you go out into that street, it is a danger zone. Continue reading.
Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come.
Yeah. See, it ain't safe for us. It's not safe to go out there in those streets. It's not safe. Like this right here. Opelousas, Louisiana. In 1868, Opelousas, Louisiana became the scene of one of the Reconstruction's most violent episodes. Political tensions exploded when white mobs brutally attacked black residents, burned their homes and businesses, and the massacre left more than 200 black people dead and the community shattered. The devastation effectively erased erased the once growing presence in Opelousas, leaving a legacy of fear that endured for generations. Then we had Colfax, Louisiana. On this site occurred the Colfax riot, in which 3 white men and 150 Negroes were slain. So only 3 of them was unalive to our 150. This event on April 13, 1873, marked the end of the carpetbag misrule in the South. Damn, I need to know what the hell that is.
Salaki, I don't.
Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Oh yeah, read that.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery and have vexed the poor and needy. Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
Oh wait,
You
read
have
that.
that?
Yeah, read that one more time.
Book of Ezekiel, chapter 22 and verse 29. The people of the land have used oppression.
You see, these people of the land, that's what they're. That's why you keep seeing white mobs came into black neighborhoods, came into black cities, came into black communities, and they use what, Yaganan? What that word?
Have used oppression.
Has used oppression. That's what they use. This is what you need to know for Black History Month. For Black History Month, you need to learn some white history. Because it's going to show you. It's going to show you what the hell they did to us. Okay? It said they used oppression. That's why they're killing us. They was killing us all the way back then. You see how we going, you can go from the 1800s to the 1900s to the 2000s to the 2010s to the 2020. It's not stopping. This is what's happening, right? Continue reading, Yagana.
And exercise robbery.
And they exercise robbery because all of these communities that I'm reading, this is just 14. Man, I could take you up higher, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, which I will do at a later date. Just gonna get you the earlier stages and we'll work our way up. But they take our cities by robbery. That's why I'm gonna show you in a little bit how that's possible, because these cities that were all black cities, they are white cities now. Continue reading, Yagana.
And have vexed the poor and needy.
You see, the poor and the needy, that's who you love to step on. That's how you love to step on them and put your foot on their neck and grind to the ground. To be such a Christian nation, you sure don't have any love for the poor. And I believe that's what I believe the Bible tells you that. All the way back to the law in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, where it tells you not to glean. You don't glean. You don't take everything off of your apple tree. Things that fall outside your gate, things on the outside, you leave for the poor and the needy. America doesn't leave nothing for the poor and the needy. That's why you can go serve this country, go fight in war, go get your leg blown off, and then when you come back, you're allowed to live under the bridge until you die. That's what happens. Continue reading.
Yeah, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully.
You see, they are a stranger to us. Them and their strange flesh and their strange ways. Those strangers, they came and they oppressed us. All right, let me go ahead and get through this. Springfield, Illinois. In 1908, Springfield, Illinois, famous at Abraham Lincoln's hometown, was rocked by burial racial violence. White mobs rampaged through black neighborhoods, burning homes, businesses, and killing at least 7 people. Yeah, now last time they said killing 7 people, it was estimated 30 or 40.
God, there's an understatement, Salakia.
But you see this, there's a common denominator here. It keeps saying white mobs, and it keeps saying black neighborhoods, and it keeps saying burn homes and businesses and unaliving. It says the terror forced hundreds of black residents to flee. You know when else black residents flee? You know why you think you're African? Because in 70 AD, over 1 million Israelites fled into Africa, escaping Roman persecution. Do you see how all the way back in 70 AD we had to do this? And in the 1900s, and in the 2000s, in the 2010s, in the 2020s, and until Christ comes back. That's what's going to happen. It said the terror forced hundreds of black residents to flee, right? Leaving much of their community in ruins. The aftermath of Springfield race riot galvanized activism and directly contributed to the founding of the NAACP. Black people, y'all love the NAACP? Well, you know why it's here? It's here because white mobs rampage black neighborhoods, burning homes, businesses, and unaliving something. That's why we have to have an NAACP. Because of that. Because of the tragedy. Don't forget that word tonight. That should be the word tonight. When you go and look at your brothers and sisters and you look them in their eyes, you understand that they went through tragedy. Understand that it's tragic, their life. Let me make sure this Frankenstein Murray getting in this screen too. All right, no sweat. Newberry, Florida. In 1916, Newberry, Florida, black community suffered horrific racial violence as lynch mobs attacked. Oh, all right. So lynch mobs. Now we got to get into that. Lynch mobs is like a party. Your oppressor would have a party, and the highlight of that party would be you hanging from a tree. They have whole lynch mobs. They get everybody together. So they can come lynch. They had lynching parties. All right? It says destroying black owned homes and churches. Terror drove many black families from the area, erasing much of the town's vibrant black history and culture. The destruction left scars that lingered for generations, with memories of Newberry's black legacy nearly lost. Forsyth County, Georgia. Mob batters down jail door at Cumming and hangs girl assailant. Damn. Let's go here. In 1912, the eruption, racial violence, and intimidation forced nearly every black resident to flee. Damn. In 1912, an eruption of racial violence intimidation forced nearly every black resident to flee Forsyth County, Georgia. White mobs destroyed homes, businesses, and churches, erasing one once thriving black community. For decades afterward, Forsyth became notorious as a sundown county. So after they kicked you out of your home and took it over, then it became a sundown, which means if that sun goes down and you're here, you're not going to be ever seen again. Damn. It says with an almost exclusively white population and legacy of exclusion, the events left lasting scars and shaped the county's reputation for generations. And all these things I'm reading, you can find in the Smithsonian, the New York Times, things like that. All right, Hamburg, South Carolina. Damn, let me read this. The Hamburg Massacre. The Hamburg Massacre, which occurred nearby on July 8, 1876, was one of the most notable incidents of racial and political violence in South Carolina. During the Reconstruction, white Democrats across the state organized rifle clubs, to intimidate black and white Republicans during the gubernatorial election in 1876. Clashes between groups of armed men were frequent, and in some cases even included militia. During the Reconstruction, Hamburg thrived as a black majority town with economic and political influence in 1876. White paramilitary groups launched a violent assault known as the Hamburg Massacre, targeting black residents and burning black-owned businesses and homes. The attack devastated the community and led to the loss of black political power and the town's decline. Hamburg's destruction marked a turning point in the rollback of black rights during the post-Civil Rights War era. And then we're going to get Pierce City, Missouri. In 1901, Pierce City's black residents were subject to deadly violence of white mobs, killed several people, and set black homes ablaze. The terror forced every black family to flee. This one says every black family had to flee. Damn. And their abandoned properties were seized and redistributed. All right. So they redistributed all of our stuff like they have been doing since forever. That's what happened to Israel. They got it and they just redistributed it to everybody who they wanted. But that is our land. Right? It says for decades, Pierce City was left almost entirely white, a stark reminder of how racial violence erased black communities from American towns. Understanding these stories is crucial to acknowledging the healing from the injustices of the past. We don't get no justice. We're going to get justice when Christ comes back. That's when we're going to get it. Okay? So let me drop that. Let's get let's get into the Bible. Let me get Judith 5:17.
Book of Judas, chapter 5.
What happened to James Lewis? Still in here? Yeah. Yeah, James Lewis. James Lewis, you's a bitch. That's why you not. That's why you bring it. All right, go ahead, Select.
Book of Judas, chapter 5 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst they sinned not before their God,
Yep.
They prospered, because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
So this is letting you know, okay, when we don't sin against our God and the Most High is with us, we prosper. We are untouchable when we are following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You see, Christianity, Yaganah, it teaches us what? It teaches you that you don't have to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of God. Ain't that what it teaches you? Because it says the law is done away with. But right here, it's telling you, when we do what God tells us, we prosper. Continue reading.
Come on. Let me start back again from the top. In which they sinned not before their God. They prospered, because the God that hated iniquity was with them. Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles, very sore.
Read that again from 18 from the top.
Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed.
You see, once we turn away from the Most High, once we stop following the law, statutes, and commandments, We follow Christianity. We follow Caesar Borgia. We follow Islam. We follow Egyptology. When we start following all these, you worried about your chakras and your zodiac sign. We turn away from the laws of the God. Then, then we are. What's it say right there? That we are destroyed. Continue reading.
Come. They were destroyed in many battles, very sore,
That's how
and
we
were
get
led
destroyed.
captives
Mm-hmm.
into a land that was not theirs.
Damn.
And the temple of their God was cast to the ground.
You see, that's what happened to so-called Black Hispanics and Native Indians. We want to follow everybody else. We want to be like the other nations, Jaganan. So since we want to be like the other nations, that's what happens to us. That's what happens, right? We lose all our battles. You wonder why you can't beat your battle with addiction? Because you don't want to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You wonder why you can't win the battle with your baby mom? Because you don't want to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. You don't want to do as the Lord tells you, right? What else is it? And we were led captives into a land that wasn't ours. That's what happened to us. That's what's continuing to happen today. We're being led into lands that weren't ours, right? Give me. Not really one thing. No, I don't think I need that. Let me just go past. I don't think I need that. All that. Let me get Psalms 137 and 3. Give you some black history. Put this in your chest. Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 3.
Mhm.
And there they that carried us away captive required of us a song,
Mm.
and they that wasted us required of us mirth, sang us one of the songs of Zion.
You see, that's what they want. Oh, they want you to sing one of them old Negro spirituals, Yaganai, because of that pain in your voice. When you sing and you entertain them now, they look at you like, oh, so much conviction in his words. That's because of so much pain, because of so much oppression. That's why you can sing your tail off like that. They said those who carried us away captive, they require a song. They require all the shucking, all the jiving. It's required. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. And 1. Let me show you some more black history.
This book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations on the earth.
What? He said, if you would listen, if you would just listen, if you would hearken diligently, meaning listen closely to what I'm saying, to observe and to do. So not only to listen and understand, and then after understanding, do what I tell you, you will be placed above all nations on the earth. If you are a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, when I say so-called, it's not disrespect. It's because you are more than a. I'm more than a Puerto Rican. I'm considered a Puerto Rican. But you know what I am? I'm from the tribe of Ephraim, a Parium. I am Shamarwan Badaparium Ban Yasharala. That means I am a son of Ephraim, a son of Israel. So that's why I say so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, right? But we are supposed to be placed high above all people, not under, not next to. You spending your whole goddamn life trying to be equal to your oppressor when when you are supposed to be over him. You should be over your oppressor, not under. So if we would have listened to God and did what He said, we would be placed high above our oppressor. Continue, drop down to 15.
Come. Verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All right. And since we didn't follow the laws of God, all these things that we're reading, that's how it's even able for this dog to be able to come and be above you. This beast of the field. This beast of the field is above us right now for that reason. Tamaki, you got your hand up? Go ahead. Oh, no, you swap? All right, most time Christ. This beast of the field is above you because we did not adhere to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Continue reading, verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
You see, in the city boys, we get none alive. Country boys, we get none alive. You don't own a damn thing. You might have something little, but you don't own nothing. You should be owning cities. Each one of us three right here should have our own city. For me to see Tamakia, I should have to travel to go to his city. I should have to travel to go to Yaganan to go to his city. And I ain't talking about how we travel today. I'm talking about it's his city. He's running it. It's his will. That's where we need to get to. Because right now, we are at the bottom. And that's because we didn't hearken diligently to the Lord thy God. So we are cursed. We are a cursed people. Drop down to 21.
Verse 21.
We give y'all some milk tonight.
The
Especially
Lord shall make the pestilence cleave into thee.
He should make that pestilence to cleave to thee. What's that pestilence that cleaves to us? Disease. Disease is that pestilence that cleaves to us. Continue.
Until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
Continue reading.
Verse 22. The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption and with a fever.
Ooh, continue.
And with the inflammation.
And what a what?
Inflammation.
Ooh, wee. How many people you see with that inflammation? Y'all know what inflammation is? That means whatever the normal size is of whatever is inflamed is going to be bigger. Y'all seen them people who got to wear them socks and they got them big old ankles. The ankles in their calf is one. The ankle and the calf is equal. That's the inflammation. Continue reading. With extreme burning.
Where we at?
We had Deuteronomy 28 and 22. That extreme burning. That extreme burning, that is a sexual disease. Yeah, you out there trying to run through everything. You a player. Or you a woman out there trying to be like, oh, I'm just like a nigga. You know how many women I sit here say that? And I say to them, that's why you single. Because what man want a man? I'm a nigga. So why the hell would I want a nigga? If you just like a nigga, that's why you're only getting ran through. That's why they're not calling you after they get the box. Because you a nigga with a box. Who the hell wants to go home to a nigga? I know this. I know a female. She want to be manly and feminine, but she want to call all the men she deal with alternative lifestyle because they rather talk to they homeboy than her. But she don't understand. Like, you manly, so you think you could talk like me and walk like me. You think you hard like me. But if I put these fingers on your face, you're going to call the police, right? You're not a man. You are a woman. So just be a woman. You know how great a woman is? You know how great a Black, Hispanic, or Native woman is? Y'all are so precious, so great. I don't argue with my women. I won't do it. I'm not gonna do it because there's no reason. I'll just fix it real quick. Whatever your problem is, I'll fix it. I'll just fix it real quick because I'm not gonna argue with you. Because at the end of the day, I am a warrior. And me and you can't go to no real war. So whatever you talking about, I'm gonna shut it down ASAP. It's gonna be real quick. Okay. But our people have a problem. They have we don't know who the head is. We don't know who the head is. Your mic good. It's good. All right, continue reading.
And the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with the inflammation, and with an extreme burning. It's like it, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
And that's why we unalive from all the diseases. See, since we are the Lord's chosen people and we have a rule, if we eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, we're the one with the high blood pressure, diabetes, hypertension. If we live alternative lifestyle, we're the ones who have to take all the big tarvy because we're getting all the AIDS, all the diseases because we're doing something we're not supposed to do. That's why the other nations, they can do it because they never got the laws, statutes, and commandments. It tells you that in Psalms, what is it? Is it Psalm 119, 121? Whatever. I'm going to paraphrase it. He gave his laws to Jacob, right? His statutes and his commandments to Israel. He has not dealt so with any other nation. Okay. Let me get verse 23. This for Tamakias. This is the Tamakias department right here, verse 23.
Verse 23. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people.
No. That's 32.
Oh, you said 23.
Yeah. I know 32 when I hear 32. Boy, that boy went straight to 32. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Verse 23. And
Mhm.
thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron.
You see, when you think of iron, you think of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is a prison prophecy. That's that iron. Okay. This is a prison prophecy. Now, Thamakia, you can go to where you just was at 32.
Verse you said 32?
God.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for
See,
them all the day long.
hold on. Our sons and our daughters was given to another people, and our eyes look because you love your child. So you're gonna look every face you look into, you looking for your child. And we longed all the day long because we didn't have no might in our hand. We couldn't do nothing. Continue. I'll pick it up. And they fell with longing all the day long, and there shall be no
Like,
might in their hand. Read the next verse.
thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing.
We good with that. So like read. Yeah, we good with that, right? And that's what happened. Our sons and our daughters, they was given to another people, and you look for them all the days long, but you didn't have no might in your hand. And and just let me show you how that equates to today. Let me share my screen because I need to get through some of this. All right, right here. God, what the hell? I don't even know what this is. Hold on, let me just. Yeah, this is what the hell I want to share. What the hell is going on? Man, I don't even know, man. What the hell? All right, there. StreamYard doing some whole new stuff. All right. This is a list of expulsions of African American communities. African Americans have violently expelled from at least 50 towns, cities, counties in the United States. Most of the expulsions occurred in 60 years. So most of the stuff that happened to us, it occurred in a short time, right? It says the following American Civil War, but continued until 1954. The justifications of expulsion varied between often involved crime alleged committed by Black Americans, labor related, or property takeovers. Damn. 1831. Portsmouth, Ohio. All Black residents were expelled under Ohio's discriminatory Black laws. So let's go here to Ports, Ohio. I just want to see the demographics. This is the consensus, right? So out of 18,252, the median age was 37.7. I don't care about that. I want to see this. These are cities that they overtook us. And these are the numbers that are there. White, 15,825, 86.7%. Black or African American, 1,014, 5.6%. American Indian or Alaska Native, 77, 0.4%. Hispanic or Latino, 455, 2.5%. I'm only going to read us. Let's go back. All right. Wyandotte, Michigan. Let's go. Ooh, they don't have no consensus. Demographics. All right, there it goes. All right. Come on, man. They don't got it like that. Hold on. Let me see. All right. We'll just go with this. It says in 2010, there were 25,883 people. Okay, let me get to where the racial makeup. The racial makeup of the city is 94.7 white, 1.3% African American, so-called black, 0.7% Native American, and Hispanic or Latino were 5.1%. These are black communities that were overtaken by white people. I want y'all to see these numbers. These numbers are very important to understand. That's why I'm going right to demographics. So this is Pollock, Louisiana, Salakia, for the people who can't see this on TikTok. But if you go to ISUPK Austin, you can see all of this. So demographics. Guess I ain't gonna say it like I want it there. Let's see. So right here, the racial makeup of the town is 97.87% white, 0.27 Native American, Hispanic or Latino 1.8%, 1.86% Latino or Hispanic. No so-called blacks. Damn, y'all, this shit is heavy. Salina, Tennessee. Demographics. Y'all, can you see this?
Come on.
White, non-Hispanic, 1,339. Black or African American, 25. Hispanic or Latino, 25. That's the number of people, Yaganan, in cities that were yours. Comanche County, Texas. Let's see this. White residents expelled blacks from Comanche County because of alleged crimes. These were alleged crimes by black men, Yaganan. These are black cities that they did this to. Well, let's see. Oh, white alone, 10,846. Black or African American, 62. Native American or Alaskan Native, 52. Hispanic or Latino American, 2,928. Yaganan, this is insane. Here. So y'all might say, you didn't read none of those cities. I'm just going to tell you, look, this stuff I didn't even read, Yaganan. Century, 300 black strike bearers were expelled from local coal mining town. They was out there, we be out there working and we get expelled. I did read about Wilmington, North Carolina. I did read that. Let's go to the ones I read. Demographics. Wilmington, North Carolina, after they did what they did to us, white alone, 52,000. Us, 19,014.23. Hispanics, 1,991. These are towns that they came and they slaughtered us in. Let me just go to something that I read. Oh, Forsyth County. Remember we read about them. Let's see what they say. Remember we read about them and they said they had to leave. Well, whites are 159,407. Blacks or Africans are 10,455. Hispanic or Latino are 25,226. Y'all got these are towns we read about right there. East St. Louis. Remember we read about East St. Louis.
Come.
Let's see their difference. Oh, white alone. Good night. I don't believe that. All right. There ain't no way. And I was just reading the 1990. It goes up, but yeah, we ain't reading that. Them devils is definitely lying on that. They got a hold of that page. All right, we read this. We read this. Let's see the demographics. 19,086 versus 5,968 and 7,394. Nah, boy. Them towns that they came in, Rosewood. Some towns they came in, Yaganah, they did a number on us. Are you seeing the correlation with the real history of America in Black history? Where is the Tulsa, Oklahoma? I swear they had that on here. Let me see if I can get that one. It ain't no sweat. I don't even need it. But what I want y'all to know is there is horrible things. This boy on TikTok said, "What do you mean they banned his mic? I don't even understand what you're saying there." He said he's telling us the secrets of Atlantis. Yeah, that is what I'm doing. I'm telling you the secrets of the earth. Telling you everything that you need to hear. Oh, they said they can't hear me. Okay. Damn. I didn't know you couldn't hear me. If I'd have known you couldn't hear me, I would have been unplugged that. You know. Thank you for telling me though. Damn it. But Yaganah, you can hear the announcements if you have them. You don't? All right. Well, with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commander General Yohanan. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heavy class out of one you in your Black history. You brought out the woodworks tonight.
Damn right.
Get it. I guess I see you Thursday or either Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know if Tamaki is teaching tomorrow. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what.
All right, shalom.